You got spare game codes or any digital goods? There is a place you can sell them in less than 1 minute. Watch. Go to G2A.com. Click Start Selling. Fast login. Go to My Account and click on Selling tab. Sell new item. Enter name, code, set a price. And done. G2A.com Digital Marketplace. Global selling simplified.
And we are back with the Go Champions League Season 3 quarterfinal. Let's hop into the game as we have missed the 9th round. And I don't want to make you miss any more of the action. Of course, with me, you will never miss a round. We had a tournament where you missed a round, and that's not going to happen anymore. At least not with me. Tessin picking up 3 frags already. Oh, come on. I wasn't ready for that yet. NKL and Dreamer stay alive. Somehow they push into the side and get themselves the bomb plant. But it's going to be so hard for them to pick it off. The score is, of course, 1-0 in favor of Penta in the best of 3. And Dreamer pushing through to the tree. That's, of course, a move of desperation. The grenade is not going to harm him, but he's going to harm Lowell. NKL is left alone inside the site. He's going to stay alive as long as possible. And Dreamer comes in for the help. NKL could clutch this together with Dreamer, but now it's only Dreamer standing against the 2 CTs. The bomb is planted perfectly for him. Oh, Crystal with the frag. 10-second defuse, not going to make it. E-Frag will win this round. Dreamer with the quad kill, pushing to the tree and pushing Penta out of this round with a sheer force. No questions unanswered by Dreamer. Everything covered by him. Even though he goes down, he manages to clutch the round together with NKL, who stayed alive and played a really big role as well. Penta, despite Tessin's triple kill, are unable to hold on to the B-bomb side. And even though they get all those 5 kills, it's not possible for them to defuse in time. What a start to this map already. It's Penta's map pick, by the way, for everyone that just tuned in. And yes, this is how I like a game to start. First triple kill by one team, then quad kill by the other team, then the other team eliminates the other team, and they still don't get the bomb defuse. What a up and down struggle that was. Now the terrorists up against 2 UMPs on Tapson and Crystal. They know the terrorists haven't saved any armor, so their economy is really low at the moment. And Penta smell their chance to get it back again. By the way, the raffle is a Glock StatTrak Blue Fisher. It's not the most expensive skin, but it's been lying there for quite a time. And I just wanted to repay you for the great feedback I received in the chat, so thank you again. Tessin goes down to NKL's Mac 10. Spy Leader will hose down one of them, as well as the second. So as quickly as this round looked a little dangerous with that frag by Crystal, the terrorists maintain control of that round. Get the bomb planted. They have smoke over here still. Tapson and my guess will save their equipment for the next round. So maybe we can see some resistance by Penta in the 3rd round. Surely not going to be the case in this one. And you have to follow to take part in the raffle, by the way. So click the follow button and then enter raffle. You can also click the follow button after you entered the raffle. I will draw the winner in the halftime, I hope. E-Frag is getting 4 of their rifles to the next round. Of course, Spidey that has dropped. No, NKL had the Mac 10. Of course, he's not going to save that anymore as he's dead. But E-Frag will bring 4 rifles to this round. So they haven't suffered too big of a loss. I think NKL might even stay with what he has. Oh, okay. You go for the AK, boy. I don't care. Because usually, you know, sometimes when a terrorist team loses one player in the round, he stays with a Glock, just buys armor. or maybe goes for an upgraded pistol, but he is the guy to pick up a weapon in case one of his teammates gets killed, or he's the guy to go in as a scout player, so to speak, to draw some fire. He can also be the guy that saves as much money as possible for an upcoming AWP. But E-Frag I don't really think they go for the AWP on the T side. But that's still up in the air. The CTs with a 4-man stack on the A-bomb side. You were able to see how eagerly they tried to get a frag in middle, but they didn't. And the terrorists are holding on to a launch together. Bubble is covering his teammate. Actually, Bubble is not covering the teammate. Now he does, though. Tazin is down. Crystal took refuge at the statue as well, at the pillar. He gets killed by NKL, and it's up to Lowell with a USP to hold on to the A-bomb site while the terrorists are getting around. Lowell is going to be there alone. Tapson is trying to help him out a little bit. Cheeky frag by Lowell, straight in the head of Dreamer. Now he's getting tagged through the corner, hits the floor hard, and NKL will make Tapson face plant as well. 3-0 in favor of E-Frag, so no real trouble for the terrorists. Despite the fact that PENTA almost won the pistol, E-Frag is quickly calming themselves down with some decisive rounds. And now let's see where this rifle is going. No AWPs in play so far. PENTA didn't get enough frags, and they go for a sturdy rifle lineup for now. And I think they know that E-Frag doesn't really fancy the AWP themselves, at least not in Inferno. Tapson with that cheeky frag on top of Banana. Victor goes down already, and the terrorists are down a man. Now they have to figure out how to cope with that situation. The terrorist side is so hard on Inferno to play on. They need somebody to reply, and there it goes, Spy Leader onto Tapson. He's smoking off CT spawn just to make the CTs rotate, but it's not gonna help the terrorists so too much. Sadly for Spy Leader, he was alone on top of Banana, so there was nobody around to reinforce that push. If the T's would have been there with all their players, they would have realized, okay, we got one frag on the B-bomb site, everyone run in there, try to capture it, try to plant the bomb as quickly as possible. But now they're going for a more strategic setup, getting back into the A-bomb site with that forced rotation. They have two players at library and two coming in from the A-short approach. Reamer with the frag onto Crystal. Spiley is looking for a second off the frag. Just around the corner, Lowell goes down 2v3 now. The CT still have a chance to retake this one, but they are shying away from it. They are giving up this round. The terrorists will get themselves the 4th round in a row, and that's a really good start for E-Frag. That's the perfect start they were hoping for. Mike S and Tazin saving their equipment. Tazin, come on. That was so unnecessary. I guess just waiting for an exit frag. Not gonna happen. That he stay alive. Dreamer just hops into the other corner to stay in case the CTs went for a cheeky. We let the bomb explode and then try to run down carpet and get the frag into pit. That's obviously not gonna work out either. And a 4-0 in favor of E-Frag with PENTA on Pharmacist. The forced buy for the Germans, thanks to the 2 safe rifles. They're able to get themselves back with some guns and put up some resistance. But it's not going to be easy with the lack of equipment. They have enough smokes, of course, but they can't really counter flash too much. They only have 2 incendiary nades. And that's basically it. He's taking control of apartments. At the same time, Bubble and NKL are working themselves into top of Banana just to take as much map control as possible to make it really hard for the CTs to tell where the terrorist push is coming from. And at the same time, they keep their backs clean as well. In those kind of force buy situations that PENTA is in right now, some teams tend to go for those overly aggressive moves that sometimes seem stupid, but if you catch your opponent off guard, they prove to be quite dangerous. Now Mike S with a good tag onto Bubble, but he gets tagged himself, has to retreat. The CT's in a hard spot right now. They're getting cramped in by the terrorists. Victor with that frag onto Crystal. Now a nade flies into Mike S's face. He gets killed, and now it's Spy Leader with a second frag as well. It's gonna be the 5-0, that's for sure. Tapson and Tazin are not gonna contest this round anymore. Trying to save their two Famases. But of course, they are going into a downward spiral. Economically, of course. And also score-wise. E-Frag with 5 rounds on the board already. This looks really bad for PENTA at the moment. But it's possible for any squad to get a maybe even 10 round streak on the CT side if they are allowed to achieve that. Because the terrorists would have to make really big mistakes if they let PENTA get back into the game from that point on. The Germans with a UMP for Tapson, that's all they can afford for now. Some upgraded pistols and some armor, but Mike S has to stay without. They are looking to get him an AWP in the next round, and that's the desperation move I was talking about earlier. The CTs rush down into middle, trying to get a frag early on in the round to swing it into their own favor. But it's not going to happen. The terrorists with that first frag. Bubble strays around the corner. Good movement by him. Surprises Crystal. Makes it a 5v3 already. And the CT's push has not paid off. Tapson is still on the tree with the UMP. He will get himself one frag, but the terrorists know that there is a dangerous weapon on bottom of Banana, so they will not push him anymore. My guess could be a key player still in apartments. If he gets the kill on the bomb player. Oh, but the aim punch kicks in, and Dreamer is getting that frag as well. 6-0. Tapson is gonna save that AK, or at least he's going to try and do so. Bubble could easily go for the exit frag as well as Dreamer. The rest of the squad you could argue, well, we don't really want to die because we want to equalize the economy, so let's send out 2 of their guys. And there goes Dreamer together with Spy Leader. Both of them tag him down. And the terrorists with a very sturdy lead on the terrorist side. Simply didn't let PENTA get into the economy game. And I know the decision was the right one to make. But maybe saving those 2 rifles in this round, in this one, was kind of a wrong decision, so to speak. Because with that save, they managed to get themselves 3 Famases, and that made them think that they could put up some resistance, and that threw them way far back in the economy game. Now PENTA is getting themselves back on track though with the opening frags. Bubble and Kale work themselves into the B bomb site. The CTs with a rotation already trying to reinforce themselves over there. But Mike S had to give up the position that he held on to earlier in the round. The CTs with 4 players around on the doorstep of the B site. The terrorists take control of Banana. They expect somebody to come in with a backstab. Not gonna be the case though. Dreamer can turn around again. Bubble with a good position. He gets himself one, and Dreamer with the other one. Now Bubble is back on it again, turning this 3v4 into 3v1. And Mike S is on his own with 30 HP remaining. He's not gonna contest this round, at least not for now. The terrorists are already hunting for the frag, and then KL will dispose of him, making it 7-0 in favor of E-Frag. 10 kills for Dreamer, doing his job as the early fragger, as the entry fragger, in the best possible fashion. Spy Leader and Bubble with 8 and 7. And they don't even need Victor to step up. 1 kill only in 7 rounds, and his team is 7 up against the Germans. Tazin on a deagle, and PENTA's going for the desperation buy again. They will be back on weapons in the next round anyway because of the loser bonus, so they can go for that investment without actually losing an additional weapon round, trying to get the best chances possible. So they find themselves in a deadly spiral of death. Oh yeah, the deadly spiral of death. Please quote me. The CTs with the 3-man stack on the A-bomb site. Mike is trying to peek over the smoke, but now the tower gets spotted, and AKL just had to shoot the lower one. The second one was falling in his crosshair, basically. Lowell gets killed by Bubble, even though he got 1 kill before that. it's not going to be enough for the CTs to hold on to the site, of course. Tapson and Tazin, the two Ts, the double T. Not to be mistaken for the double D. The double D of Astralis with Device and Dupree. Penta in desperate times. They go for desperate measures. Trying to get their hands on the AK that NKL dropped. Maybe even getting another frag. But sometimes boosting is harder than it looks like. The terrorist will exit through middle. Epson one clicking with the UP. And he gonna be double peeked by the terrorist. Tazin goes down as well. It's 8-0 now for E-Frag. I don't know what I'm supposed to say now. Usually you try to make a game look closer than it is. Sometimes you want to make it... Well, I don't even know. There is no argument for PENTA at the moment. I'm thinking of stuff that I could make up to make PENTA look better, but at the moment they're just getting stomped by E-Frag. Look at that, they triple peak. My guess, they just breach everything. They are so self-confident, they know that even if we lose 2 rounds in a row, it doesn't matter for us anymore. The CTs are under the pressure. The CTs are the guys that have to calm down and get themselves back on track. And if we just disturb them, and just poke them all over the place, it's gonna be so hard for PENTA to get anything going. They even go for those towers at the end of the round to get exit frags, unleashing their power. And Lowell and Tapson at least got themselves 2 frags, but, well, as I said before, it's not gonna be too good for the CTs either way. Tapson stays alive at least. Brings his gun to the next round. They can go for this forced buy now, if they want to do so. So, well, I don't know. E-Frag is romping them. Wherever they go, everywhere they go, yeah, they get frags everywhere. They can 5-man rush through Boiler Room at the moment and they get the kills. They could 5-man rush into Banana and they would get the kills. They could 5-man execute anywhere and they would probably win the round anyway. Now Tapson manages to get the first frag. He knows that that's not the guy that we tagged before. Maybe he can squeeze out another kill onto Spy Leader. Of course, Spy Leader tries to stay out of action as long as possible. And the terrorists know the rifle is on the B bomb site. There are 2 different approaches to it. Either try to avoid it or try to flash him, kill him together. That's exactly what they do, but Tapson with a triple kill finally breathes some fresh air in the lungs of the CTs with his triple. Spy Leader and Dreamer left alone, and this surely should be a round for PENTA. If they throw this one around, I could smell some disconnects already, some rage quits. I would, of course, not rage quit because they are pros, but in any other game, rage quitting at that with a 2v5, 9-0 down. Taps him with the quad now. Can he make it the ace? No, he can't quite make it. Spy Leader is still working in there. But he's gonna be flanked by Crystal. And the CTs get them hands on 1 AK only. So they still have to go for a big investment. So their money will be down to 0. Or almost 0. And E-Frag with a chance to reset the CTs. Lose a bonus to get them back on a save right away, and that would be even worse than, well, not even worse, but it would be really, really bad for PENTA, of course. E-Frag have the momentum. As I said, they don't go for the AWP, they just don't favor the AWP on the terrorist side on Inferno. Some teams do, some teams don't. It highly depends on the AWP player. And E-Frag is more or less a 5-man rifle squad with 2 guys that can AWP, but they, you know, if it's not needed, they don't voluntarily go for the AWP. Unlike PENTA, who put an AWP in Mike S's hands in every situation they can put an AWP in his hands. And if they have the chance, they put another AWP in Crystal's hands as well. PENTA is a completely different squad. We were able to see that on Cash as well with the different approaches. PENTA went for the B bomb site quite a lot. E-Frag went for A quite a lot. Maybe I'm really curious to see PENTA on the second half. If we get to see too many rounds on the second half in the first place. But that depends on PENTA's round right here, right now. E-Frag working on the A bomb site. They have slowed down, so they pay some respect to PENTA. And now they will execute on long. Mike S is there, picking up that first frag onto Victor. Taps and pull back. Lets the terrorist get around his ops flank, but then closes the door on that just in the nick of time. Mike S with another one onto NKL. Quickly slipping away from the terrorist. Lowell is still in the pit at the truck. He goes down to Bubble, however. And the terrorists are running in there. Dreamer comes flying like a bat out of hell. Gets that frag, but Mike S is still working from long. Making it a 3v1. Dreamer desperately tries to plant the bomb with 8 seconds on the clock. He has to abort. The CTs obviously go for the peak. They didn't want him to plant the bomb. And PENTA will make it a second round. They will bring quite some rifles to the next round. So their economy is starting to grow a little bit. Yes, somebody got my meatloaf reference. Thank you for realizing and recognizing it. So, Bubble and company are forced to change their approach. What worked in the previous rounds doesn't work anymore, so they are going for a completely different approach, taking control of apartments for now, leaving B completely open. And that's the same approach that PENTA take. With a 4-man stack on the A bomb set, it's gonna be a bloodbath, no matter how we put it. Victor and Spiley with the first frags, Krista with the only reply. And now it's up to Tapson and Mike. Yes, Tapson is caught in the middle of long, and Bubble with a quick headshot makes it a 1v4, leaving Mike S alone on the B side. PENTA went for the 4-man stack, and if you see an execution, a 5-man execution against a 4-man hold on the A side on Inferno, it might not be the easiest bomb site to organize yourself if you're in a 5-man push. But PENTA were all over the place. They didn't really cover. They lost the first 2 fights, and from that on, it was like a house of cards. It was falling down. My guess. Oh my god. He still pulls out those ridiculous frags. Still, it doesn't matter. If you have 4 people holding on to one side, you're supposed to get more than 1 frags. Thanks, Pampa Penpoda. But I can't read the chat too often. Of course, it distracts a lot. Oh, Spidey, they're slicing in there. PENTA's economy is scattered, of course. Without saving the orb of my guess. And without saving anything from the previous round. And look at E-Frag. They are like one of those ghosts of Ghostbusters. When they're about to get put into that small box, you know, but then they somehow get a boost in energy and they break out again, and you think, oh no, oh no. That's how E-Frag behave right now. They were about to be put in the box by PENTA, but somehow they boast out of that box. They breach it again. Dreamer actually reads my guess like an open book here. But my guess is a little bit too defensive there to be killed. Quite cool to see those standoffs where players know exactly what the other player is doing, and therefore they are not doing it anymore. And that's quite funny. But E-Frag with 11 rounds on the T side. PENTA back on weapons for maybe the last time in this half. If they lose this one, there would be just a force buy up ahead. And E-Frag is so quick on banana. Look at that. The CTs finally smoke it off. But Spidey, that doesn't even stop. He runs, rerun. Wow, 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 wow. What? They just run into each other like a freight train. And E-Frag is a little bit stronger. They are the faster freight train. And PENTA is left with saving their guns already. Losing that first exchange. How can us... I mean, if E-Frag gets put into a situation like that, they are up 11-2. No matter what they do, they can only win in this half, of course. Even if PENTA gets 3 or 4 rounds on the board, it doesn't matter to E-Frag. They they did their job already. So they see the smoke. Spidey decides, Victor, come on, let's hold hands. We push through and we shoot them in the faces. And they completely wreck them on top of Banana. And that's how dangerous a terrorist team can be if you give them a chance to waste those rounds and go for those really stupid plays. Now we finally have a pause by PENTA, a little late. Finally somebody took the TeamSpeak down so they can go for the break. No, just kidding, of course. It seems like it was just one player disconnecting from the TeamSpeak for a second. But it's, you know, I mentioned it time and time again when people get big CT sides. Because usually if you have a big CT side, if you put yourself up 11-4 on the CT side on the venue, you switch over to the T side, you have some room, you know, you have some rounds to give up to your opponents. You can try some different strategies. And that makes you quite dangerous. Because the CTs never know. Are they going for a mad Tech 9 push into the B bomb site through smoke? I don't know. We have to be prepared for everything. And it just proved my point with that round before. Nobody would ever push through a smoke like Spidey and Victor did if the game was close. They would at least use the smoke or a flash or something else. But they went through that barefooted. Now let's see what PENTA can do with that last effort buy. They managed to save quite a few rifles from the previous round, so it gives them another fighting chance. But it looks like a really quick second map. Lowell with the trades. My guess is still there. Look at my guess. I mean, look at his GoTV demo. Look at his personal POV. My guess is nuts. Triple kill in that round. With my guess on fire, maybe PENTA can pull it back. But they need those opening kills. They need somebody to step up. They need the pistol round. They need so many different things at the same time. The chances of all those things falling into place in this half, on this map, I don't know. They are probably worse than winning a lottery. The raffle is still open, by the way. But I will draw it after this map. Let's see how long it takes. PENTA with the Deagle on Tapson. That's their way of playing the raid boss. Spidey is going for that fight. He's not shying away from that one either. Going for another peek just to find out if the terrorists are still pushing him. And now they are. Tapson is completely blind and still gets that frag just briefly before reloading. And the CTs with a rotation, but they hesitate right now. Bubble doesn't know if it's gonna be a full B go. Victor didn't spot the terrorists make their way in there, so you have to follow to win the raffle, by the way, just saying, because you started raffling like mad again. They don't know if it's all followers or not. PENTA lining up that execution. Bubble made that rotation back to A again. E-Frag with the right read. At least they should be able to put up some resistance, if not prevent the bomb from being planted. Dreamer going for the informational play right now, and he should be running into my guess with the Glock. Just like the AWP, it doesn't matter for him. Tapson shuts down NKL, and Bubble is coming back to the bomb site. Oh, he's gonna have a hard time maintaining his position. He's gonna be looked at by all the terrorists, but they peek him a little bit too aggressively. Why would you peek into library in that sort of situation? You have a 4v2. Fall back into your position, cover the bomb. Don't give the CTs a slither of a hope. Bubble and Victor are coming in there, but as Bubble goes down, Victor's chances are down to 0 as well. He's gonna be flanked in no time. Chris is coming around the corner. Now Chris is backing away again. And yeah. That's it. PENTA will win this pistol. The mandatory round has been won. E-Frag will save the defuse kit on Victor. And they have 2 frags on Bubble, giving them possibility to get somewhat of a force buy going. Let's see what pistols they decide to buy and who they get dropped to. Okay, Victor gets a 5.7. That's a good choice. Bubble stays No, he doesn't stay. I thought he might stay for the AWP. Tazin and company with 2 AKs, 2 MAC-10s and a UMP. So it definitely gives the CTs a good chance to squeeze out some frags. NKL is trying to draw the fire while Dreamer would pop out and tries to get the frags. Let's see what Penta can do about that. NKL will get 1 frag, but Lowell with a great spray of the AK. A 4v3 now. Bubble is still fighting for the A bomb site, but it's lost already. Tazin sprays down Victor on the B bomb set on the rotation. It's left to Spylead and Bubble. Spylead doesn't have the best weapon, but he still makes it count onto Tapson. The bomb just got planted. They outflank one of them, but it's Crystal with the UMP picking up 2 kills for Penta. A scary situation that the Germans overcome together as a squad. 5-12. The CTs will save now. They will have a P250 for 3 of their players. Penta with only 3 guns, actually. Well, 1 AK and 1 UMP, 2 MAC-10s, and Tapson goes for the P250. Like I said, in the first half, and E-Frag were going for the full investment again. Penta shows that they are completely different on their mentality, on the way of playing the game, on the way of playing the economy as well. Victor and company with a 5-man B stack. Tazin is there holding on to B. And the rest of the squad is pushing in from A top. Penta didn't spot anyone over there, so they can't really tell if the CT stacked A or B, or if they even stack anything. And it seems like they could go for the wrong bomb site right now. Tapson joining Tazin on that push, and Tazin doesn't have the really best weapon to go up against 5 different CTs. Penta going for the split to the B bomb site right now through the CT spawn. It's gonna be the clash of the titans. E-Frag positioned very well inside the bomb site, but they have to have some kind of luck as well. 35 seconds on the clock. If they drop the bomb carrier in time, they could do some real damage to the terrorists. NKL with 1 frag, Bubble with another one. Bubble goes down, but not before he gets another kill. Victor with 1 as well. So the terrorists have suffered quite some losses, but they didn't invest too much money in this round, so the losses have been kept as low as possible in that round, even though it went down to only 2 terrorists surviving. X-Ray, of course, a Negev would be the best weapon to go up against 5 CTs. Isn't that obvious? E-Frag on the first rifle. Spylead with the FAMAS. Going for the shoulder peek, popping up that smoke. Victor with the double kill from inside the bomb site. Quickly retaliates and pushes the terrorists back. Mike S has received 99 damage, and Crystal goes down to Bubble on the A bomb site. E-Frag might win this first rifle round and give themselves the perfect situation to find themselves in. They have a massive lead. They even if they lose a few rounds in a row, they would still be able to go for double saves without really worrying too much. They wouldn't need to go for UMP buys like Penta did, for example. They can lean back a little bit and they won't even be contested anymore. A 55-second save by Tapson and Mike S. The CTs will bring 5 weapons to the next round, and E-Frag with a 13-6 lead in this second map. After a real struggle on the first one, in 2 overtimes, Penta managed to overcome the Bulgarian squad. E-Frag shows how strong they can be mentally. So let's draw a winner, right? I think we have the time now. 17 seconds on the clock. At least we have something to do right now. And welcome cup of stuff as well. So I'm gonna draw a winner. You have to follow to win, by the way, so I might have to draw. Oh no! Enough is winning. So wait. Enoughals. So there we go. Freedom. So E-Frag in a really good situation now. Tazin already tagged up on the B bomb site, and they only have dual elites for Crystal. Tapsin already took control over long, and there is no orb in there, so he has a good chance to win that fight while Crystal goes down with the dual elites, but he was just scouting out the CT's positions. And now Tapsin comes into the CT spawn. He gets rid of Spy Leader over there. Victor still fighting with Tazin as the terrorists are making this as obvious as possible to split the B bomb set, but the bomb is still dropped back in middle, in second mid in fact. Now Tapsin working his way into the A bomb site again. Lowell has to pick up the bomb to help his teammate. Tapsin is still left alone over there. He must be so paranoid to be flanked by one of the CTs. And he actually is as paranoid as to think that his teammate is actually flanking him. Lowell gets rid of NKL, and suddenly the terrorists are back in the round. It's gonna be up to Dreamer to hold on to the A bomb site from Pit. A 1v2 now in favor of the CTs, and Dreamer will come up with a squad kill from the Pit. E-Frag with a 14-6 round lead, making it 8 rounds difference and 2 rounds to go for them. The terrorists are left scratching their heads. We did quite well in this round, even though it looked so weird. Why didn't we win it in the end? Well, a simple answer. This guy, it's Dreamer. He's kicking it off, and the CTs have so many rounds, they can go for those middle pushes all together. NKL takes refuge in the bench as Spy Leader goes down, but at least the terrorists are scared away a little bit. Dreamer gets another frag from top of Banana. He will scare the terrorists down as well. And now NKL shines up in middle. Oh, he goes down to Lowell, and this push didn't really pay off for the CTs. Bubble looking for the terrorist push. Finally it comes. He gets a second frag as well. Goes down to low HP. Just has to stay alive and waste as much time as possible. Lowell picks up another frag. Tosses the bomb to his teammate. But Tapsin can't reach it. The CTs will get closer and closer. And that catches Lowell off guard. Dreamer's there already. Another double kill for him. And Victor with a crossfire. E-Frag with the map point on Penta. And it's not going to be 1 map point. It's going to be 9 map points for E-Frag. 20 kills for Dreamer. 19 for Bubble. 17 for Tapsin, who's really trying his very best. But it's not enough for now. For Spy, for Penta, of course. They won't save anymore. And he's gonna be the first one to enter a middle. Nobody there. Nobody home. The CTs already rotate Spy Leader into long to help out with covering of a long. Bubble is there holding it with the orb. And NKL and Dreamer working on pit/A short. The terrorists will run into that brick wall of the CT's defense. Victor is just holding on to the B bomb site, but he's got 1 foot on the rotation already. He's basically expecting something to happen on the A side. But Spy Leader rotated back just to re-smoke the B side and make the A go even more realistic. Tapsin pushing through the smoke, getting close to Bubble, close and comfortable. Oh, Bubble with the orb shot, close quarter. 4v5 in favor of the CTs. Tazin gets flanked by Spy Leader, and the CTs will counter push the terrorist. Dreamer with 1 frag onto Crystal. Look at how scared Lowell is. He doesn't know where they are, and they will kill him off. 16-6 in favor of E-Frag on the second map. Inferno goes the way of the Bulgarian squad. What a performance by them after that double overtime loss that must leave them a little demotivated. They come back in full force. They win the first half. It was 12-3. And they come up big in the second half. Of course, it was just grinding out those past few rounds to make us go to a third map. It's gonna be Dust 2. coming up between PENTA and E-Frag in the deciding map. We will see who's gonna have the edge in the Go Champions League Season 3 quarterfinal. The winner will fight against AGG in the semi-final. So make sure to stay tuned on my Twitter. Follow it on the social media. I will give you the links in the chat right now. Thank you for tuning in. Stay around for the third map. The decider is coming up in a few moments.
You got spare game codes or any digital goods? There is a place you can sell them in less than 1 minute. Watch. Go to G2A.com. Click Start Selling. Fast Login. Go to My Account and click on Selling tab. Sell new item. Enter name, code, set a price. And done. G2A.com Digital Marketplace. Global selling simplified.